Hello everyone, welcome back to Omegon 2 Electric Boogaloo. Today we're going to be doing another response video because something, I can't put this on the main channel, but we can put it here. And after last week's rip-roaringly successful video on Gary Glitter, I think we need something less controversial. Just remember everyone, you've got to separate the art from the artist.
Okay, sweetie, so apparently you're not wanting to understand or listen.
Oh no, I'm sensing a controversial subject matter, which for most people would be considered a little bit haram. But that's okay everyone, just remember to smash the like.
So, hi, I'm Mama Rose.
Hi, I'm Omegon, not to be confused with Daddy Moisky, because that's cringe.
I am a transgendered woman. I go by she, her, they, them pronouns.
Oh, okay, we're doing this. I'm Cthulhukin, and my pronouns are various phase canon sounds from Star Trek. Please respect them. Although I do also answer to my lord, his royal thickness, and of course the big cheese.
And I can tell you right now, my period I experience every month is very real, very valid, and very painful.
Two things. Firstly, one would never seek to invalidate your lived experience as a trans woman. Right, well I've said the polite thing. Second, are you sure it's a period and not excessive consumption of Taco Bell and or Chipotle? According to medical scientist Dr. Type Eric Cartman, if one eats too much Chipotle, they are inclined to release from their bowels a vast quantity of red icky substance, more commonly known by its scientifically accurate name of ew. Oh, and because I obviously don't want to stoke too much controversy, I should add, can you do me a favor and tell me what a woman is?
But you know what? You go ahead and keep invalidating trans women. You go ahead and keep telling them that their experience is not real.
This ordinarily would be the part where I would go find the context so we can best understand why this lovely, lovely lady is so cross that somebody has called into question the validity of a trans woman having a period, or comparing it to that of a biological woman's period. They're never the same, there are similarities. However, it would be right to say a trans woman's period compared to that of a biological woman's period is, for those that think it to be the same, a false equivalence. So it is highly likely someone is not invalidating all trans women's experiences, because I'm sure not all of them think or act or behave with the same manner of authenticity as you do.
You go ahead and keep telling them that, because if that makes you feel like a real woman, if that makes you feel so big and important, sweetie, then you go do it.
Just a small thing. Two small things in fact. The first, if it makes them feel like a real woman. No offense to biological women everywhere, but the vast majority I seem to know are quite catty by nature. And the human species as a whole is very judgy. So what is and is not real is up for debate, which is another point. The lines are blurred on what is and is not certain defined words, because those words have had to be redefined. Often is the case with language as society changes, progresses, evolves. I'm just hoping this is not humanity's final form.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, boo-boo, but I'm here to tell you the real facts.
Oh sweet, and here I was thinking we were going to beat around the bush and perhaps allude to fact. Maybe a bit more feeling over fact. Should I perhaps consider strapping myself in, get a notebook and a quill, send an owl to others who might well otherwise not be as illuminated on this subject? Are you bringing the Emperor's Enlightenment?
Trans women experience menstrual cycles. Not all of us. Oh no, not all of us, no.
This is and is not correct. Owing to hormone replacement therapy and other therapies available, you can experience period-like symptoms. You cannot experience a menstrual cycle as a menstrual cycle. This is not me being pedantic, this is me saying you do not have the necessary parts, even after surgery, to be able to menstruate, well, like the women do. Although we still don't entirely know for certain what a woman is. So it is open to interpretation. It's trite.
Some of us are lucky and don't have to go through it. And then some of us, like myself, go through it every month.
I know some of you might want to press X to doubt in the comments, go nuts. Drive up the engagement, it helps the channel. The thing I find fascinating is you are transitioning from male to female. You use a whole plethora of pronouns implying non-binary as well. Yet you consider it to be unlucky to experience fully what it means to be a woman. A curse, perhaps. I find that quite interesting. I'm sure many do, in fact.
Every month. The cramps, the bloating, the fatigue, the nausea, all of it.
I am going to be above. I am going to be better than. I must resist all attempts to make the earlier mentioned Taco Bell comment. I've already made it, it's too late.
The only thing I don't get is a menstrual cycle. I don't bleed. That's the only difference.
Well, would you look at that? Semantics. I like that. It's creative. It's a way of saying, I'm you, but at the same time I accept that I'm not you when challenged. Otherwise, we're the same, and therefore both of us get periods. But what is a period now is apparently one going through a menstrual cycle and the other one pooping out a tomato ketchup icicle. Oh, and of course the more serious period-like symptoms brought on by hormone replacement therapy and other therapies that aid in someone's transition.
And if that is what makes a period for you, I am so sorry for you, because now you're also invalidating cis women.
No, I don't think they are. I really don't think they are. I think you're shifting a goalpost to try and guilt other people into your line of thought.
You know, cis women who don't have menstrual periods, because that's real.
You did shift the goalpost by using other, let's say, less common instances to validate. It's called confirmation bias, alright? You sought it out, you found it, you honed in, you zeroed in, and you used it to expert levels of pedantic shittery.
But it's okay. You can keep invalidating people to make yourself feel more important, but I'm not going to sit here and allow you to invalidate my community or myself.
Yeah, I had to go look up your community. 15,000 followers, congratulations. I also noticed comments for this particular TikTok. The first, menstruation, or a period, is the shedding of the uterine lining, shedding of an organ you don't have. And another, it's called psychosomatic symptoms. If you strongly believe you're experiencing something, you will experience it. It's like when people give others Tic Tacs and convince them it's paracetamol for a headache. Monkey see, monkey do, but also a placebo effect. So in your case, I would highly recommend you go pop some Rennie, Tum Tums, milk and magnesia, not all at the same time, but you can if you want. You might find that those abdominal pains will subside because of all the Chipotle you ate. And the Taco Bell.
Because my experience is very real. My period I experience every month is very fucking real.
This to me is quite a strange hill to die on, because you are calling something that is symptom-like or psychosomatic equal to that of something else, yet you concede it is not the same. It means you've redefined what a period is. The thing is, what you experience is not a period. It is not a menstrual cycle, which is a period. While some do and do not experience this, that doesn't mean they're any less of a woman. You are a trans woman. Your experience is going to be vastly different to that of someone who is biologically female. No one's seeking to invalidate you. They're only saying that you might want to consider looking into that, because while you, for one thing, seem to consider it a curse, you also consider it, or seem to consider it, a badge of honor, a hill you're willing to die on, which is quite peculiar, really. Almost like you're gatekeeping for what is and is not real based on your own arbitrary parameters.
And I have tried so hard to explain to you that you are invalidating the trans experience.
While I don't want to be the person that does this, burst the bubble as it were, by what you have said within this video, the contradictions that I have highlighted, you are the person invalidating the trans experience by contradicting yourself at least twice.
And you can say, well, I'm not. No, we're done. We've had this conversation, you didn't want to listen, and now I'm going to be putting you on blast.
Oh my god, you're terrifying.
Here is your wake-up call. Stop invalidating the trans experience, because my period is very real, and so is every other trans person's period that goes through it, okay? And so is every cis woman who doesn't have a actual menstrual. Quit invalidating people because they're different than you. That makes you the wrong one, not us.
Quit invalidating people who are different to you. Your words. Yet this is what you are doing with those who question you. Do you not see the hypocrisy of it? I get the point you're trying to make, and while I would never seek to invalidate another person's lived experience, mostly because I couldn't care less about your lived experience, when someone challenges you, instead of ignoring it, boing flip, move on, mirror, reflect, super effective, you put them on blast, as you yourself say, because you're trying to shame them into submission. That is not how you change on the internet, especially anyone's mind, because the internet is filled with big, brave, tough people. Internet tough guys that won't back down, giving you more cannon fodder, but not really accomplishing anything at the same time, which speaks volumes about what you're trying to accomplish on social media in the first place.